Well, we have a tale of two types of weather today. First, snow has arrived in the mountains, and we've already had our first I-70 westbound shutdown. It's back moving now, as you can see there. It's not a ton of snow, but it's just enough to wreak some havoc. And then there's the wind. We're seeing so much. We are under a red flag warning, so be careful of any fires out there. So the big questions now, how much snow and how fast and how long will the wind even last? We have Chris Bianchi here with our 9 News Weather Impact team. Hey, Chris, happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Welcome back, Sam, after your trip. I know.
Thank you.
Good to have you back in the building, but it's a little bit windy out there. No doubt about it here throughout the morning. It was really whipping North Metro. Fascinating. And by the way, I'm going to explain this coming up later on this afternoon, why if you're watching me from the south side of the metro area, you're watching me from Highlands Ranch, DTC, Castle Rock, Castle Pines, you basically had no wind today. And this is really I-70 on north. This is due to downsloping off the Cheyenne Ridge. But point being, it's been windy. You can see this camera still shaking a little bit there at Lookout Mountain. Finally, things looking better, though, at the Eisenhower Johnson tunnels after all that snow and wind. Temperatures right now, mid-50s. Temperatures almost don't matter today, though, because if you're getting 30, 40 mile an hour winds, you can throw those temperatures out the window because, of course, that cold air and that wind making it feel significantly cooler than that. Those winds still whipping about at the airport, 48 mile an hour gusts, 51 in Akron, nearly 60 for us in Burlington. We had a peak gust of 75 up in Briggsdale earlier on this morning. Temperatures 50s, 60s, Eastern Plains, and red flag warning, fire weather warning for most of eastern Colorado, including the Denver metro area because of that combination of a dry air mass and, of course, all that wind. Radar, quiet for now. Still a few leftover flakes for us at the tunnels, but that's coming to a close as we speak. Today we top out at 62 with that wind. I'll tell you when that wind entirely comes to a close and get into detail on our freeze warning that we got in place for Denver. We'll get into all that in a few minutes.
Chris, thank you. Xcel says it's not planning to shut off any power now. Officials say they are activating enhanced power line safety settings. Xcel says that means power lines can stop the flow of energy if an issue is detected, like a tree branch or other objects touching the line. So if there is an outage, it means there's an issue with the power line. Later today, Mayor Mike Johnston is set to deliver his final proposed budget to City Council. The city still faces a $250 million deficit despite hundreds of people either being fired or furloughed. There will be 1 week for the public to look over the proposal. Then Denver Council members will hold a public meeting on October 27th, which will allow for public comment. The Aurora City Council is expected to vote today on a resolution to let the police department use facial recognition technology. Aurora police say the technology could help solve crimes faster, improve officer safety, and help with identifying missing or at-risk people. However, there are concerns about the technology's accuracy and its issues identifying people of color. A state law requires public input and a report on its use before its approval. The council meeting is scheduled for 6:45 tonight. It was a Saturday of packed roadways across the country and here in Denver as people held No Kings protests. But we've since learned that more than a dozen people face charges related to the protesting. That is, though, a small fraction of the people who turned out. Organizers estimate 25,000 to 30,000 people filled the front lawn of the Colorado State Capitol before marching through the streets of Denver. Police say the people arrested face charges including destruction of public property, disobedience, interference, and resisting arrest.